Hey friends and newcomers, I'm getting into a bit of glam and modern today. This is the Glam Modern DIY Challenge hosted by Danielita AF. Link to her channel and the playlist in the description box. My first project are Glam Modern Bookends. I'm starting with these yellow metal bookends I found at DollarTree. I'm going to paint them with some ivory chalk paint so that my silver paint will have something to hold on to. Once the ivory fully dried, I used Crafter's Closet metallic silver to cover the bookends with a foam brush. The second coat of silver, I used Nicole's metallic silver because it has a deeper tone. Once my silver paint fully dried, I moved on to my mirror tiles. I have these ornaments from Christmas last year, and I just dug my nails in and peeled off some long strips of the mirror tiles. And I'm going to use this fix-all glue and just apply some in sections and then place my mirror tiles on top. I worked my way around both bookends in the same way, just applying the glue in sections, peeling off the mirror tiles and placing them down. I was using a bamboo skewer to straighten them as well. The bamboo skewer seems to really work well with the mirror tiles, and it's less messy when you don't have to get the glue onto your fingers. In each corner, I did apply a single mirror square just turned on its side. Then in the very center, I added one tile to 3 of the little starbursts. And here's how they look with all the mirror finished. So what I want to add for the weight on my bookends are these large globes, marbles. I found these at Hobby Lobby like maybe 2 years ago. And I want to set them so that they're stacked. And this will help this to have weight to hold the books up. And also it's a really nice modern look because, you know, it's just clear orbs. So I'm going to use epoxy that I found at DollarTree to set them initially here. This epoxy, when it dries, it has a yellowish tint. So I'm only going to use that just to initially hold them down to this. I don't want to glue them together with the epoxy because I don't want the yellow tint showing. For mixing the epoxy, you squeeze out equal amounts from both tubes. You mix them vigorously, and once the color changes from the initial clear, then you know that it's ready. And you have to work pretty quickly because it starts to set up within 5 minutes. So I just used a craft stick to spread some of the epoxy out for my first 2 globes to make sure that they had a good base. Then I added a bit more for my third on each bookend and spread that out. And then I put just a bit on the front of the first 2 globes so that the third one would have something really good to grip onto. Although the epoxy starts to set within 5 minutes, I left these for about a half an hour so they could get a pretty good cure time on them before I put any other globes on top so that nothing would be sliding around. Once I figured out where I wanted my fourth piece set on both pieces, I used Gorilla Clear Grip glue. I let it set for a bit to get tacky and then applied my fourth globe to each bookend. And here's the final result with all the glue completely dry. I absolutely love these. I love the shimmer from the mirror tiles. I love the globes that light can pass through them. I love them with the books in between them. I'm just very happy with this project. Danielita is a crafty mixologist, a talented artist. She made this gorgeous crown from solowood flowers and hand painted this Coca-Cola cap. How cute is that? Please go to her channel and subscribe. I found this glitzy bank at Dollar Tree, and I have a Chanel perfume image I found on Google, and I want to combine these to make a beautiful Chanel inspired shadow box. And surprisingly, there's no fallout. This is a glitter paper and not actual glitter dumped on top. So I'm going to start with my clear gems, and I just applied a little glue so it can sit and get tacky. And then I measure my image to make sure that it's going to fit into the shadow box. And then I cut around it from the back piece of cardboard. Attach my image to the cardboard with just some Elmer's glue stick. And then to get rid of the wording, I just scrape it with a razor. With all the wording gone and my glass clean, I attach my glass gems together. Then I move on to attaching tumbling tower blocks together with Gorilla Wood glue. These will end up being the top of my shadow box. Once my tower blocks are all dry, I give them a coat of silver metallic paint. And I want to add some fun items inside the shadow box, so I dump in some clear acrylic gems and pearl beads, but then I put a bit too many acrylic gems, so I scooped out some and then added my pearls, and then I just attached the back so I can see, if I had enough in there, and then I just added more pearls and took out a little bit more of the acrylic gems to make it look a little nicer, and shook it around and looked to see if it was enough, and that was like the perfect balance. So I went ahead and just attached the back on with my perfume image, and I like the way that looks. And then I just set my acrylic gem on top to see how that was going to look, and it looked fine. And then I grabbed a bit of diamond wrap to glue over the slot where the money is dropped in. With the silver paint dry, I went ahead and attached some of the silver diamond wrap to the tower blocks with hot glue. Then I add a bit of clear Gorilla Glue to the base of the tower blocks and let that sit for a bit to get tacky. And once the glue was tacky, I attached my glass gems to the tower block piece. Then I took it over to the shadow box just to do a dry fit to see if it would look the way I thought it would in my mind, and it looked good. So then I added a bit of the Gorilla Glue to the top of the shadow box so that it could sit and get tacky for a bit. If you're enjoying this content, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'd love to have you on board. I added a little hot glue to the base of the glass gems, and then I attached it to the top of the shadow box so that it would look like a perfume bottle, and here's the finished product. I love it. I found these gorgeous modern looking plates at Dollar Tree, but only the salad plates and bowls, no dinner plates. I thought they would be very cute as a little tier tray, so I snagged 2 of them, and I have a glass candle holder here, and you know the drill. I'm going to apply my glue, and then I'm going to flip my candle holder upside down to maximize my space on this small plate, and then I'm going to apply a little bit more glue to the top, which is actually the bottom of the candlestick, and then apply my top plate and let it sit and cure, and I end up with a cute modern tier tray. And for my final project, I'm making a glass lighted pumpkin stack. I have some larger glass pumpkins, but I can't stack them. So Dollar Tree to the rescue with their fish bowls. For my first pumpkin, I'm using these golden gemstone stickers I found at the Dollar General, and they look like little princess cut canary yellow diamonds. They're very pretty, so I thought these would be really great on a glass pumpkin. And then I just used my razor knife to scrape off the excess glue. And to start, because I only have like 6 of these, I'm gonna go directly across them each other this way and then this way. For this one, I'm going to use more of my mirror tiles. And I just find a spot. And after I removed the mirrors, I did apply the Gorilla Glue before putting them onto the fishbowl. For the final pumpkin, I'm adding pearl beads. Now I'm gonna need a top for this, and what I did was I cut a piece of the chopping mat. I just flipped this over and traced it out to get this. So I have a lid, and here's my leaves that will be glued on top, and I'm gonna need a stem, but I want to add something to this. Rhinestone stickers. It's all rhinestone stickers. And then it's going to need a little stem, so I have a piece of bamboo, and I'm just gonna wrap it in diamond wrap. I hot glued the stem to the top of my chopping mat lid, and then I added one more small piece of diamond wrap to totally cover the piece of bamboo. And then I glued down my rhinestone leaves onto the chopping mat lid. The lid fits nicely. And so to go inside of this pumpkin stack, I have a couple of packs of color change LED lights that I recently found at Dollar Tree. And I think these will just be the perfect thing to set this off and really give this a fun look. And here's the final look with just the glass pumpkin stack alone. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It exceeded my expectations. I love this piece. This will look fantastic with my existing glass pumpkins. And with the lights, it looks even better. This is just really beautiful. I'm so happy with the way this looks. Let me know in the comments, what's your opinion of this glass pumpkin stack? Do you love it as much as I do? Do you hate it? Let me know. Ooh la la, Chanel, darling. I love it. I couldn't be more happy with everything in today's video. I'm just so in love with every project. Please enjoy the entire playlist of incredibly talented creators. Thanks for watching.